Siamo partiti da Longyearbyen con le nostre motoslitte e dopo circa un'ora e mezza di viaggio attraverso il paesaggio artico siamo arrivati a Barentsburg. Durante l'inverno l'unico modo per raggiungerla è proprio così. In estate invece ci si arriva in nave o con una delle poche barche che collegano gli insediamenti delle Svalbard. Barentsburg è il secondo centro abitato più grande dell'arcipelago, dopo Longyearbyen. È un piccolo mondo a parte, con un'anima profondamente russa. Qui si parla russo, ci sono scritte in cirillico, statue di Lenin, cucina dell'ex Unione Sovietica e anche una vodka che porta il nome di Barentsburg. Ma siamo comunque alle Svalbard e quindi siamo in Norvegia. Questo è possibile grazie al Trattato delle Svalbard, firmato nel 1920, che permette a diversi paesi, tra cui la Russia, di avere insediamenti qui, pur sotto la sovranità norvegese. Insomma, ti sembra di essere in Russia a tutti gli effetti, ma in realtà sei ancora in Norvegia. E oggi sono venuta qui per incontrare due ragazze che vivono a Barentsburg, una russa e una sudafricana, per scoprire com'è davvero la vita in questo posto così lontano da tutto. Benvenuti a Barentsburg. Siamo in Russia praticamente, però per arrivare qui non ci vuole il passaporto. Basta una motoslitta, un po' di neve e una bella giornata. Sono le 8 di sera e c'è ancora il tramonto e siamo in uno dei luoghi più remoti di tutto l'arcipelago delle Svalbard, dove c'è vita, dove c'è una popolazione che vive, bambini che vanno a scuola. E adesso andremo al pub a intervistare una persona locale, una residente delle Svalbard, e scopriremo un po' di più cosa rende questo luogo così remoto e sperduto nel nulla unico e inimitabile come questa città qui. E sabato sera c'è una tranquillità assurda, non ci sono persone in giro, nonostante ci siano abbastanza locali proprio di Longyearbyen in visita qui a Barentsburg. Sembra veramente deserto, però è proprio questo il fascino di questa città. A me regala delle emozioni molto forti in realtà venire qui e vedere che c'è una popolazione che vive una vita quotidiana giorno dopo giorno in un luogo così davvero remoto. Rispetto a Longyearbyen è un luogo molto piccolo dove ci sono 350 persone e vivono una vita felice. Questo è l'ostello, quindi noi siamo nell'albergo, quindi c'è un albergo, un ostello e quella lì invece è la scuola. Invece di qua c'è il bar ristorante, si chiama l'Orso Rosso, The Red Bear. Sento già un sacco di movida. Questa sera mi hanno detto che c'è un disco party con un sacco di musica russa e fanno tutti i pre-drink qua, quindi pre-serata, ma sento veramente un sacco di gioventù.
I do get a lot of interviews. We have a lot of journalists that come here and people that want to speak to me because I'm unique.
Why are you unique?
Because I'm the only foreigner that works here, that lives here. I'm South African and everyone else is from that area. Like, it's not just Russia, but like Tajikistan, Ukraine, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, and why did you end up here in Barentsburg? You live here, right?
Yes, yeah. So I came here on holiday.
Fell in love with the place?
Yes, classic story. I was a tourist, but I stayed in the village for 20 days in the Kolmor.
Ah, here, in the hostel?
Kolmor, yeah. I actually have the waves tattooed.
No way.
Yeah. My life is that I don't plan things really. I have a very spiritual relationship with life, and I kind of go where I would say the universe takes me.
That's all.
And it's just how I choose to live, and it works for me. It doesn't work for other people, but it works for me.
Adesso invece andremo ad intervistare Daria, una ragazza che lavora qua e ci darà un'illustrazione generale di com'è vivere qui alle Svalbard, ma precisamente a Barentsburg. Sono molto curiosa di scoprire qual è la loro routine quotidiana e capire anche e soprattutto come funzionano le cose, magari perché no, anche un po' di storia di questo luogo così unico.
My name is Daria. I live in Barentsburg and I've been living here for 2 years. And I work as assistant to the general director in Trust Article.
Okay, where were you before coming here?
In Russia. I
Okay.
studied in Moscow.
So how many people live in Barentsburg nowadays?
Around 350.
Ah, okay. There were more people living before and
Yes, during Soviet times, about 2000 lived in Barentsburg and in Pyramid.
what do you do here? Do you work in Barentsburg?
Yes, so my main career is music, and at the moment I'm working in games. So I compose music for games online. So I've always had my job. That's why I can live anywhere, because I work online for a South African game company. But then I came to the town, and then I spent 20 days in the Pomor, and then I met the kids at the school, and I met the community, and I was just like, wow, these people are amazing. I fell in love with, like, every person that I met became like a family. Like, really, really. And I never in my life thought that I'd know anything or meet anyone from Russia or from that area. In my life, that wasn't like in my plan.
Yeah.
Not that I planned, but then all of a sudden I found these people that actually remind me a lot of South Africans, because they're very real, they're very honest, they've struggled, so they know they're not just privileged. Because I feel like people that have a lot of privilege, they tend to not know the balance of life. And then I just went to Katarina, who's the head of Go Arctica. We became good friends, and I went to her and I said, I want to like stay here. Can I stay? And she said, okay, let's go speak to Ildar. So then I went to Ildar, and he was like, oh, Martini, привет. And I'm like, yes, hello, hi. And he's like, what to do? Because the thing about this, living in this town, it's very, very difficult to live here if you don't work for the company. It's a circular system. For instance, I pay my rent
Yeah.
to the person who pays my rent. My employer pays me, so I can pay them back to live in a flat.
And in what currency do you pay here? Locals, I mean, from Barentsburg? Is it
Rubles.
in rubles?
Yes,
Okay.
but you can pay with any card.
With any card.
So, like, we have these cards, right? Which is the currency here.
Ah,
So this is like only in Barentsburg. And nowhere else in the world do you have this.
what is that for?
This is to pay for everything. I
okay,
pay
credit
for the doctor, for my medicine, to go to the canteen, to buy anything in the shop, I do with this card.
No, this is so
Now,
cool.
obviously, you can't have this card if you don't work here, because you need to be in the system,
Yeah.
so that they can have you under an umbrella. I need to somehow be able to integrate myself in the community, but I don't have a contract, because I'm like, hi. You know?
Yeah.
So then Hilda's like, oh, maybe you can teach English. I'm like, okay. And then I try to teach English, but there's no contract for that.
But there are schools here.
There is a school right behind us.
This one here, okay.
This is the hostel and the next building.
Yeah, with the drawings. Around.
Yes, with the
Yeah.
drawings, it is school and the kindergarten in the one place.
Okay. How many kids live in Barentsburg?
36.
36. Okay. And what do they teach in school? Like, what's the main language? Russian first,
Yes,
and then
Russian and
English.
English.
So I just have this card and I'm making dates on this. I don't even realize I'm making dates.
This money that is on here, where does it come from?
It comes from my salary,
Okay.
which comes from the company. But at that time, I didn't have a salary.
But you have different prices for locals.
As far as I know, yes.
Talking about prices, is it more expensive, like to live here? Like,
Very
like
cheap.
it's cheap.
I think my rent is like, you're gonna laugh, but I think my rent is like 200 NOK per month.
Oh, that's 20 euro.
Can you just contribute to like the water that you're using and the electricity, and that's my rent. I don't technically we don't pay rent.
It's just a bill, kind of. How's the health situation here? Hospital and stuff.
So it's limited. I'm very impressed with our doctor, Vitali. I like him. He's very cute. He's very cute. He's like, oh, Matilda, are you okay? And always very concerned, always checking in on you. If I go to the doctor, it costs me like €5 to go see him.
Yeah, in Longyearbyen costs around 20. How is the food supplies arranged here? Like, do you have a canteen, or do you all go to the grocery store and you arrange it for yourself?
Well, we have the grocery shop and the canteen, so I think a lot of people go to canteen because food is served there 6 days per week.
So you get like a membership or something? Or
It's not a member. It's actually open for everyone, not for workers.
Okay. Is the food good?
Yes, that's like homemade food. And
From Russian ladies?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
But sometimes, of course, on weekends I prefer to make food myself.
How much do you pay for a meal?
Like a meal will be about, what was the last time I had a meal was like 500 rubles, 60 NOK.
So it's €5.
€5.
Yeah, that's very cheap.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's like a boarding school, you know, in this very traditional Russian, you have borscht, and then you have your little kompot, and you have your whatever is on the menu, and they dish it up for you.
And what do you find in the shopping, the grocery store? Is it mostly food from Russia, or normal food that you find in a Norwegian supermarket, for example?
Sometimes we get food from Russia, supplied food from Russia, from Europe, or sometimes we also buy in Coop in Longyearbyen something.
And what is the reason, like, most people come here from Russia?
Yes, well, actually, there are different types of people. Some are adventurous people like me who want to, travel around the world to see all of its corners.
Okay.
The reason why I came here is also because I speak Norwegian and I learned it for 4 years.
So you studied it in Russia before coming here?
Yes, so that's why I decided it will be the best place for me to work.
Of course.
And there are also other people who want, just to live in a peaceful place because they're introverted. Some people also come here to earn money.
But do you think in general people are happy to live here? Or
I think people choose to be here. I think if you're not happy, you leave, and that's exactly what happens. If you don't, and the company's literally like, if you quit, you can go. Like, they don't say, oh, you sign this. They literally say, we know it's a remote island. We know, like you can't force someone to live in the middle of that if they don't want to. So if someone says, I want to leave,
day after you're ready to go?
you can go when you want to go.
Can you briefly describe the history about Barentsburg? Like, is it Russia? Is it Norway?
Well, because of the Svalbard Treaty,
Yeah.
Russia has got its right to be present here. So in 1931, Trans-Arctic was established.
Yeah.
And this is when we began coal mining. When the trust was established, Russia bought Barentsburg from Hollanders and Pyramiden from Swedes.
Uh-huh.
And before, and even before the Svalbard Treaty was established, one of our geologists, Vladimir Rusanov, in the beginning of the 20th century, opened Grumant.
Yes.
He found coal there, and it was decided that Russia has the right to mine coal. So
Yeah.
briefly, something like that.
So now Grumant is abandoned,
Yes.
as well as Pyramiden.
Yeah. Pyramiden is kind of open for tourists,
Yeah.
but not Grumant.
Without going deep into the political situation, do you feel like the population here, does it feel it a loss since everything happened? Do you feel this in the daily life?
Not in a daily, people, like my friends, we don't talk about it.
Okay.
Because it's not necessary. A lot of these people have a lot of trauma that they're coming from. A lot of the guys that are here because they don't want to get drafted. This is a safe space. A lot of people.
Were there also Ukrainian people living here, or? Still a bit.
Yes.
Still some. Yeah.
So there are still a lot of Ukrainians here, contrary to popular belief, because they're safe. We don't talk about it because it's not necessary. We know what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. But Russians in general are very like they're warm and friendly, but they're very stoic when it comes to suffering. Like they feel like they're supposed to suffer. Like suffering, it's like normal, you know. So they'll just suffer in silence. And because South Africans, we pull things out of people, you know. So I think in a way that's why a lot of people, I think, love me so much, because I tell them it's okay to talk. But the moment you ask them to open up about something, they burst out in tears because they keep it in. I think that they should be left in peace. You're just trying to live your life and be civil with each other. And I see these people for them, not for everything else. So we're just trying to live a peaceful life amongst all of this.
Is it a very different lifestyle from like between Russia and here in the Arctic?
Yes, sure. Just recently I remembered my lifestyle back in Moscow.
Yeah.
Because I remember like every weekend I used to go to kind of shop centers just to look around, maybe shop something. But when I came here, so my life became more still, I would say.
Yeah.
And on weekends, I usually stay home, just to relax, go to the swimming pool, for example, or we also go hiking.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, for example, tomorrow we are going to hike.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, it's the beautiful weather this weekend, so I think it's good. What is your daily routine, let's say?
So I wake up early in the morning to my, kind of beauty routine, getting ready for the workday. So usually around 8, 9 o'clock I'm at my workplace, do all of different tasks. And in the evening I usually do sports, read books, just relax after.
There is a gym?
Yes, there is a gym and a swimming pool.
So there's a lot of people going there and doing like this kind of activities?
Actually not so many, probably, because most of people here are miners.
Yeah.
And when they don't work, they rest.
What is the thing that you like the most about living in such a small place?
As an introvert, I like when
You settle.
places where there are as few people as possible.
Yeah, okay. So you don't miss like the shopping malls?
Not at all, not at all.
But are you gonna stay here for long, you think? Or you
I
don't
think
know?
as long as I don't get bored.
Bene ragazzi, siamo giunti alla fine di questo video, spero che le interviste con 2 persone locali residenti di questo luogo vi abbiano interessato. Noi come sempre ci vediamo in un prossimo video sulla mia vita qui alle isole Svalbard.